What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to part 28 of my full playthrough of Crash Bandicoot 4 on the PlayStation 4. When I last left off, I had done the third level of the fourth area, the fourth area being Tranquility Falls, and that level was called Off Balance. It was a pretty difficult level. It basically threw everything at us at once, so we had to use the shape or the phase shifting mask, and we had to use the other mask, Kano, the one that makes you spin. There's wall riding we had to do. There was a lot of those dragons. There was dragons breathing fire. It was a pretty difficult level, but we did it, and we found 40, 60, and 80% of the fruit. We broke all the boxes and found the hidden gem. So we got 5 out of the 6 gems found. So I just had to go back into this level again and die less than 3 times and get the flashback tape because I wasn't able to get it before. But that's not actually what we're doing in this part. We're going to come back to that later. What we are going to do in this part is the Dr. Nitrous Brio boss fight, which is over to my left, or Crash's left. And from what I've read, this boss fight is very similar to the boss fight that you do with him in the very first Crash Bandicoot game. Now, I'm obviously familiar with that boss fight because if you've seen my playthrough of the first 3 Crash Bandicoot games as part of the Insane trilogy, which is a remastering of the first 3 games, then yes, I have faced Nitrous Brio before. Only once before. He was only in the first game. He wasn't in Crash 2 or Crash 3. So, but his fight was pretty easy. He basically would throw these potions at you. The pink ones you'd have to just avoid, but the green ones would drop these like green blobs and you have to step on the blob's head. And then eventually he would drink the potion and turn into this big green monster, and you'd have to like step on his head a couple of times and he'd jump out the window, and that would be the end of the fight. So this is pretty much going to be almost exactly like that, which is pretty good because I'm familiar with that. I can do that. You know, it's not anything new that I've got to do. The level itself is called Trouble Brewing, and so let's get right into it and beat Dr. N.Brio again. Because apparently he wasn't beaten enough the first time. So we've got to beat him into submission again. Let's do this.
Oh, good! You've arrived! And now for your reward!
What's my reward? Is it
Just stay put while
pizza?
I test this.
Because I bet you Crash loves pizza like the Teenage
Hold
Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, wow. Oh! Oh! Oh, that's not like the first game.
Face.
Yeah, so this is kind of like the boss fight from the first game, but with an added twist of the potions actually propagating outward. That's not cool, man. I mean, I guess they had to make it more challenging. They didn't want to make it exactly like the boss fight from the first game, but they made it close. So you just want to step on the blob's head. Alright, do your worst, N.Brio. Uh-oh. 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 Oh.
Fly, my gelatinous puppets!
Now there's going to be 2 blobs, just like in the first game.
Fiddlesticks!
And then there's going to be 3
Enjoy
blobs.
your trip.
Oh,
This
what?
one has extra babachu in him.
What? What is this? Oh. Oh.
Ooze your way to victory!
Now there's 3 blobs. Remember, once he gets down to 1 health, he's gonna drink the potions and turn into a big green monster.
Why don't people take me seriously?
Well, maybe because you're not a very serious person. Oh crap! Here comes big green monster again. He looks exactly like he did in the first game. Alright, I just fell off the edge because I was intimidated by him. At least I don't have to do the first part again. Okay, so for what I read, you just gotta avoid getting smashed by him, and then you'll turn into the Akanu mask, and you gotta spin him off the edge. Oops. Or he'll break your spine, apparently. Crap. Oh. I mean, this is very familiar to the first game. Him just smashing the ground Hulk style. Alright, that's not very Hulkish. That's more like Bane breaking Batman's back, okay? Don't do that. And that's happened several times too. The Bane from The Dark Knight Rises broke Batman's back. Come on, get off this thing! There we go. So you just gotta do that 2 more times. Oh wow. And he killed me immediately. That's... This is definitely a twist from the first game. In the first game, literally you just have to avoid getting hit by his smashing. And then there'd be like a block that you would step on, and then you'd just hit him in the head. This is a little bit tougher. Look at him trying to fly with his Hulk arms. But anyway, like I was saying, in The Dark Knight Rises, Bane tried to break Batman's back, and he succeeded. And then in Batman the Animated Series, he tried doing it again, and I'm like, stop doing that, Bane. Stop trying to break Batman's back. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Now what? If you're wondering what's going on here, like why is the color changing? Well, this is a precursor to the inverted levels that we're going to be doing. Got him. Get out of here, Nitrous Brio. It's like, no, please. And wait. Oh, and I got the trophy, Master Mixologist.
And now, for my final test, taste my reptilian wrath. My cloaca. No.
Apparently he laid an egg, which doesn't even make sense, considering he's a male pterodactyl. The heck? How's a male pterodactyl lay an egg? Explain that, Nitrous Brio. What kind of potion did you drink? Sheesh. And how did he even turn into a pterodactyl? He was a big green Hulk monster, and now he's a pterodactyl? Since when? What is he doing? Okay, so... so after you defeat Dr. N.Brio, obviously he turns into a pterodactyl, and he flies around the map, and he drops these inverted gems and Boomba berries, which are basically an inversion of Wampa fruit. So you can replay completed levels in N.Brio's backwards brain-scrambling Boomba berry fueled inverted mode. Also more gems to collect. But these are different from the regular gems. So there are 228 regular gems, regular clear gems, and then there are 228 inverted gems. Okay? So in this playthrough, I'm only concerned with the regular clear gems and beating all 21 flashback tapes. In a separate playthrough, I'm going to get all the inverted gems, okay? That's not going to be in this playthrough. Now, I don't know how you access these inverted levels. I guess it's basically you tap on the level and maybe it'll be like, oh, do you want to play it normal or do you want to play it inverted? I'm assuming that's what it's going to be. I hope that it's not gonna have us do the inverted levels now, because I don't want to. But that's just a little context on the inverted levels, is that they're the same level you just did, but there's things in the level that are different. Like if there's a box on the left in the normal level, that same box is going to be on the right in the inverted level. And also, instead of collecting Wampa fruit, like I said, you're going to be collecting Boomba berries. And the level is going to be glow in the dark, like you saw in the boss fight. You saw how the map changed during the boss fight and everything was all dark. That's what it's going to feel like in the level. It's going to be dark. Crash is going to be glow in the dark himself. It's just going to be a whole thing. And each gem is the same as it was before. So it'd be 40, 60, and 80% of Boomba berries. Break all those boxes. Die less than 3 times. And find the inverted hidden gem. Okay? But I think there may also be inverted colored gems. I think. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's inverted colored gems. I don't know. But that's just context on that. So let's actually see how that works. But let's see what this 5th world is first. Oh. What is this? I don't know. Let's go take a look at this real quick. Okay, so the classic Crash skin unlocked. Go to the skins menu to equip skins and discover how to unlock more. Wow, so we got classic Crash. Where's that? Oh, is it over here? Classic. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, what? It's like what he looked like in the first Crash game that came out in 1996. This is what he looked like back then. I mean, obviously when you're a kid and you're growing up playing this game back in 1996 on the PlayStation 2, this probably looked incredible for the time. But just seeing this in this game with how the other skins look, it just looks ridiculous. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Batman animated series skin from Batman Arkham City. Because I don't think it was in Arkham Knight. But in Batman Arkham City, the cool thing about that game was it was very similar to this game, where it had different suits you could wear for Batman. So you had like his normal suit from the game, then you had the animated series suit. What other suits were in that game? There was like I want to say there was a Yellow Lantern Batman skin, or maybe that was Arkham Knight. I think that was Arkham City though. There was a bunch of them. But the funny thing about the animated series skin is that's different from the other skins. It was animated to the animated series. So it was animated differently from the other skins in the game. So when you were wearing the other skins, you looked like you belonged in Batman Arkham City. But when you wore the animated series skin, you looked different from everyone else and everything else in the game. And so it looked very strange. Obviously, the skin looks great in Batman the Animated Series because everything around Batman is animated the same as him. But when it's a different animation, it just looks weird. And that's what this looks like. Because you have his look, but everything else in the game is going to look different. So it's going to be very strange. But I'm going to wear it. And now, can you do it for her too? Apparently not. Apparently it's just classic Crash. It's not classic Coco. I guess Coco wasn't in the original game? I don't know. That's going to be really weird to see in the next part. But let's go see what these inverted levels are. Oh, as you can see, there they are. Holy crap. So how does that work? Oh, okay. So if you see game progress, you can see 73 out of 228 regular gems and then 0 out of 228 inverted gems. And it looks like there aren't inverted colored gems. Okay. Interesting. That's good to know. So if we look at the level stats, as you can see now, you have the inverted gems next to the regular gems. So this is good. They're separate gems, which means I can have them in a separate playthrough, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have 3 different playthroughs for this game. You're going to have this playthrough, which is going to be getting the regular gems, completing the flashback tapes, and beating all the bosses, okay? Then in another playthrough, I'm going to get all the inverted gems. So it's going to be almost exactly like this playthrough, except I'm going to be getting all the inverted gems, and I won't have to worry about the flashback tapes because I already did them. And then the third playthrough is going to be completing all the time trials. So that's how that's going to work. So it looks like we're 15% done with the game, which is not a lot. But I don't know if that 15% includes the inverted gems. I think it does, which kind of sucks. That means I have only 73 gems out of like 456, if I'm doing the math right. So let's click on the level and see how that works. Okay, so here you go. You can do normal and inverted. Okay, that's good. And you can unlock outfits for doing the inverted levels. That's kind of cool, actually. So I just want to see what this next world is called, and then I'm going to end this part. It's called Mosquito Marsh, a few days ago. Wait, what? A few days ago? So this is in Crash's universe? Oh. A few days ago. So this is Crash's universe. Okay, that's cool. And the level is called Offbeat. So it looks like there's 2 levels in this world. Nope, 3. There's 3 levels in this world. Alright, that's not bad. It kind of looks like, you know, the bayou in, you know, Louisiana. This kind of looks like New Orleans, Louisiana, kind of. So that's kind of cool. Oh, and as you can see, let me go back over here. See how it says dingoes? Yeah, Dingo Dial. That's kind of weird. I wonder if we're gonna see Dingo Dial in this game. I don't know. But anyway, that'll do it for this part. A lot happened. I mean, we started the video with facing off against Dr. N.Brio, and it was almost an identical boss fight to the first Crash game, except they had the twist of like that, those waves propagating from the pink potions. But everything else was the same, and then he obviously changed into the Hulk character again, but instead of knocking him on the head, you had to spin him off the platform, and then he turned into a pterodactyl, laid an egg, and then placed inverted gems all over the place. So we unlocked inverted mode. We unlocked the new world, Mosquito Marsh, and we know what we gotta do going forward. So we're just gonna continue on with Mosquito Marsh, and then we can eventually come back after we finish Mosquito Marsh and clean up everything before moving on to the next area. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this skin looks like in the game when it's like next to everything else, because I'm gonna look like Crash did in Crash 1, but everything else is gonna look like this game, so it's gonna look just as weird as the Batman animated series skin. But anyway, before I drone on any longer, that'll do it for this part. If you enjoyed this video, and I hope you did, because I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed that boss fight a lot. These boss fights have been pretty fun so far. But if you enjoyed the video, leave a like on it, and subscribe to my channel if you're new by hitting that subscribe button. I'm at 472 subscribers, so with your help, I can get that up to 500 and beyond. And then once you've subscribed, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And as always, I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.